Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I'm trying to remember how to do this. Chat filter. Just wait for a few people to come in while I get the settings good. For those of you that'll be watching on the replay, how's everybody doing? We're going to do a recap of news events from the day and, well, the last, we'll say 10 days roundup. So much is going on. I think our world is exploding and imploding. Welcome to everybody that's joined. I haven't seen anybody comment yet, so I'll recognize you guys as you comment. Just wanted to say hey to everybody. Welcome, missing the sunshines, doing the best I can. The live stream I did the other night that was just under 2 hours took a day and a half to finish uploading and processing to where it was finished. I have tried to upload a video that I edited, and it's not working well. I'm trying. I'm going to have to find a different app. Something that even with, I'm supposed to have 5G, but here 4G is all that's available. I'm lucky to get 2 bars since Helene. And we got a guest, but she's off camera for now. She's not trying to be seen. Miss Pepper's next to me. Anyway, so it's just simpler and easier to get the information out this way. So I'll just start at the top. So much is going on. We had another plane crash. Hey, Elizabeth, I've missed you too. We have had another plane crash. A fighter jet yesterday just fell from the sky. We have no explanation. In the last 10 days, we probably have more crashes around the world, not just in the U.S., other countries. In a 2-day period, we had like 4 major plane crashes, like military and civilian involved, as well as the Motley Crue jet owned by Vince Neil just hitting the runway and just slamming into another plane. If you've seen that footage, it's crazy. My question is, why now? Why now when all this is going on with our government? Now, thank you. I hadn't been able to cut it, so it's just a trim job here and there myself to keep it from looking horrible. It's easier to everything I can do to cut an expense, and I got my spectacles so I can see if I need to. But anyway, and they are prescription, even though they're scratched up about 6 years old. I'm waiting on an appointment with the eye doctor and an appointment with what they call carrying alternatives. It's a 6-month wait list to be able to get my antidepressant meds and get everything back on kill. But I'm working on it. Today's been a good day as far as allergens in the area. I know that sounds crazy, but it rained for days straight. Thank goodness the temperature held at 33, 34, and we didn't get much freezing and ice like they were expecting. I'm going to post a screenshot in the section, by the way. It used to be the community tab section. I think now it's just called post. It's an email that I received from the county I live in North Carolina's public school system. We received it late afternoon. I have unconfirmed reports, and I'm going to put it this way. So we're going to say allegedly, and in my opinion, because they are unconfirmed. No media locally, news agency locally, not even Dave Faraday. Dave Faraday, if you happen to see this, check into it. Find out if it's true or rumor. The email is real. The email is a warning to all parents in this county because of, it has to do with No Child Left Behind and equal education and stuff. It's It's part of a government program. Sorry to be looking up, but I'm trying to think how to word stuff. It's part of a government program, grant, federal grant, that the school system is participating in, allegedly, in my opinion, unconfirmed. I do know that English is a second language. Even little man has to take a Spanish class. There's a lot of stuff. And I don't want it to seem, oh, Pepper's trying to creep in the video. Say, hey, Pepper. That's Mama's girl. I know. I love you too, baby. This is my best friend, y'all. She's been with Mommy since she was 5 weeks old. Anyway, scooch back now, Pep. Let me get back to it. So the email comes out and outlines what Burke County, North Carolina, rules and regulations are in the school system for us. And it even breaks down different warrants. There's like the search warrants and warrants that we all know, like that you go to a judge and you get signed, and then there's another kind of warrant that it talks about that I'd never heard of. It's kind of like a civil warrant. It basically says they're not going to comply with that civil warrant, and they're not giving up kids, and they're not giving up records. And yeah, it's hard because it's scary, and we literally had to sit little man down and talk to him. Sorry, Pepper, come over here, baby. Y'all, I apologize. I'm just trying to get her out of my armpit. It's her nose is wet and cold, and it feels creepy. Okay, lay down over here next to Mommy. Come on, lay this side. Lay on this side. Lay on this side. Anyway, I don't want to have to put her up. I like her to be able to be free and lay up here next to me. Anyway, because then she starts barking when she hears me talking to people and y'all can't hear me. But anyways, I digress. I hope everybody's able to hear me well. Let me make sure the volume's all the way up because this part is really important, I think. Okay. Long story short, hey, the truth. Pepper, stop. You're going to knock Mommy's paint over. Sorry. Did I vote? I voted for Pepper for president and for her friend Miss Dottie for vice president because I didn't really trust either candidate, and I don't. So, my opinion, since I've been old enough to register and vote, just since that came up, I'll reiterate this again. Lay down. Or get down. One of the two, Pepper. Stop. Stop. Or you go to the box. Mommy can't do this right now. Anyway, I've been a registered independent because I don't subscribe to either party. I've never voted a straight party ticket in my life, and I never will. My personal feelings. Pepper is being bad, yes. She's a baby still. She's a baby still. But anyway, I personally feel that once that they get to a certain level in our government, it's all about lining their pockets and what's best for them and the lobbyists and PACs that are paying them. That's why we have what we have with Big Pharma. That's why we have a lot of things we have in my personal research and my just gut feeling, just to keep it 100. That's where it's at. Since you asked that question, I'll tell it. I've never been a Trump fan. I don't think I'll ever be a Trump fan. As a person, I don't like him. I find I'm going to piss everybody on both sides off. How about that? I think Joe Biden should have been somewhere eating Jell-O and pudding. I don't think he was in control of this country. Or he's a damn good actor. Because the last speech he gave, he was so coherent. And then there's other ones. And then there's also different videos and pictures where he doesn't look like he has much hair and it's thinning and it's gone and his bone structure and face structure is different. Facial recognition software said it was two different people, but hey, who do I know? Anyway, and I don't think that either side would be above replacing somebody with someone they can control. They want a puppet. That's my opinion. They don't care which person it is. And who are they? Those are the same people, in my opinion. Rack Rock. I'm so sorry, y'all. She's kicking me. Pep, stop, baby. Pepper, over here. Lay over here. Go get your toy. BlackRock, the warmongers. Once, the same way with the prison systems, once the military-industrial complex outsourced to privately owned agencies and started contracting with privately owned agencies, you bring a bigger chance for collusion. You bring a bigger chance for misappropriation of funds. And let me say this real quick and in a nutshell. My jury's still out on what's going on right now. What I will tell you, in my opinion, and in my opinion counts for maybe 0.5%, but in my opinion, honestly, has it been working for us? What we've been doing in the past 100 years, has it been working for us? Has our government been lying to us? Even before this started happening, even before they started talking about opening up the JFK files and telling us they were 2 shooters, how many movies, TV shows, news broadcasts, YouTube videos, I could go on and on naming. How many have been made saying our government's lying to us about Kennedy? There wasn't just Lee Harvey Oswald. It's impossible. In the court documents, it says a magic bullet theory was what was accepted. This bullet ricocheted, hit the president in the throat, ricocheted off another person, and then off another person, and then it had enough force to hit him, and they had to take his skull off. Where do they do that at? Exactly. And with declassification of documents, it's been proven they're not above manipulating us. They're not above doing harm to us to achieve their goals and objectives. Am I wrong? Okay. So the false flag that started the Vietnam conflict, the Black Flag operation, where we bombed our own ship, did do harm to us as American citizens. Americans were killed. Mothers lost their sons. Fathers lost their sons. How many more died in a conflict we never won and that we should have never been in? You're going to tell me that didn't cause harm and damage to the American people? You're going to tell me our government was honest with us? Or that was necessary for national security? I call bullshit. And I think most Americans are fed up. And that's what you want to know why Trump's president, in my opinion, just by talking to the general people, the establishment, Congress, Senate, lobbyists, PACs, stop listening to us, and we're listening to Big Pharma, the BlackRocks, the I can't think of it right now, and it's driving me crazy, the major company that funds all wars and all military operations. Peace doesn't make money. Understand that, you guys. Peace doesn't make money. Because of military personnel outsourcing and the contracts, peace doesn't make money. Let's see, I'm reading the truth. Well, honey, I understand the cleaning and not being able to respond, but we appreciate you being here, Mr. Truth. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Mr. Bullwinkle. Amen. Mr. Bullwinkle, I don't know how to highlight on here and say it, but let me say it again. I'm going to repeat what he said. The problem is nobody is honest. Amen. Amen. On either side. Everybody got something to hide. Everybody got a hand in a pocket. Everybody got an ulterior motive. But the bottom line is, I watched, and it's hard for me because, I like some of these people. I'm not sitting here saying I don't. See, that's the thing, like The View. I don't got a problem with them. I've never had a problem or a bias there. But when Whoopi Goldberg said they're telling us shit we don't have a right to know about where our money's going with USAID, Whoopi, sit down. You're an actress with an opinion. You've never led, you haven't even been a mayor. You hadn't even, as far as I know, you've not even run a local Democratic National, whatever. What have you made decisions for a larger number of people other than to do with acting and being on TV? That's what irks me. Why, Kamala, we don't give a damn about Meg Thee Stallion and Beyonce and Cardi B supporting you? Unless you're advertising twerking classes or singing classes or dance classes or acting classes or something. You should have known better than to got Oprah after what happened in Maui. It's a lack of honesty. It's a lack of being in touch with your people. And it's a lack of common damn sense. How about that? I'm just going to keep it 100. If you want somebody to sugarcoat some shit, you better go somewhere else because I'm out of that. I stopped watching The View years ago when they said nurses was, oh, hell no. Shouldn't be so. I didn't see that, Mr. Bullwinkle. I went off about that too because nurses and CNAs work harder than the doctors. Just like in my opinion, and I'm going to piss some lawyers off, the paralegal and your legal secretary do way more, well, hell, most lawyers admit it nowadays, do way more work than the attorney. But they don't put the school in. They don't put the money in. Look at our debt that we have for each citizen just to be able to get an education. But we're supposed to be the greatest country in the world, and our students are coming out dumber and dumber. Don't get me started. It is the problem with our government, and I agree. God knows I never thought I'd hear myself say this. And my mama's up there watching right now, laughing her arse off at me. Because I was a never-Trumper. And I'm not saying I support him now. But I can't sit here and say that this change is wrong, you guys. I agree. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But this shit's been broke. And it needs fixing. We got people in multiple states that due to no fault of their own, natural disasters, don't have a home, don't have a place to live, are dying, literally dying, freezing to death. And so far, the local government, they taking their kids, put them in foster care, group homes. Why? So they can get shuffled around and lost in the system and disappear along with all these other kids? Why are so many kids missing? Why are we not getting answers to that? For 4 years we've been asking. We didn't get answers. And I personally, I don't care for Trump. I didn't watch his You're Fired show. I caught clips here and there, on Clip Channels or whatever. But did I watch it? No. Absolutely. Nurses and your CNA 1s, CNA 2s, and your med techs know way more about what's going on with the patient. And sometimes that's important because the patient's mental health has a lot to do with their physical health. Pepper's doing a cameo for y'all. Anyway, what I wanted to put out there is allegedly, no confirmation, allegedly one of our local schools got a visit from ICE. Um, Little Men's School has over 80% non non-white attendance. I don't know how well non-Caucasian attendance, however you want to say it. Okay, Little Man is mixed. After that school, that was less than a mile from his school, elementary school, received a visit from us. The email went out countywide to all parents, everybody that's listed on contact forms and everything. And I'm going to post the email. I'll just do a screenshot of it and post it. I could do that very easily, easier than, thank you. Everybody says that about Miss Pepper and her eyes. I'm going to have to find somebody to take Miss Pepper here in the next few days. Because where I can go stay, she can't. Yeah, it's not easy. But anyway, not talking about that. So anyway, the allegation is that ICE came into elementary school and I guess was asking for records and documents for specific students. They didn't take anybody, they didn't go into classrooms, but they came in dressed out fully and armed. They don't carry just little handguns, they carry rifles. And were identified because of their bulletproof vest as ICE. That's the allegation or the rumor that goes along with the email. Now, like any other small town, you got rumor mills. And I'm just telling you, that's the rumor. I have been contacted and asked to talk about this by several parents in school. What I want to say, about it is, there's got to be a better way than going into elementary schools and scaring everybody. And I mean everybody. Teachers, students. I mean, you've got kids in elementary school. Some of them have pre-K. You've got kids that's 5 years old, 6 years old. Little man is just 6. He won't be 7 until next month. You can scar them for life that way, and it's not necessary. If you got mom and dad and you want the kids, why can't you look like a detective in a suit, walk mom or dad up to the window, and do an early checkout for that child just like you would do on any other day? Not scaring nobody, not upsetting nobody. Don't we have enough with the bum threats going on? We just had one at our high school that came out of California. Somebody from California called Podunk High School and made a threat. Literally, it's been like right before the first plane crash, the day before that. I just think maybe troopers agreed. What's the point? Stormtroopers coming in to schools and frightening children is not a good idea. Maybe, and I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong. I'm not judging that. I'm just saying there's a better way to handle that. And if you really are listening to your people and you really want to do what's best for the country, don't traumatize our next generation. I don't think that's too much to say and ask for. And then on the plane crashes, y'all, I still say the drones, some are ours, some are in other countries. I have my thoughts, but I have no proof, and I don't want to say that out on YouTube. Something's going on, in my opinion. I think something's going on that's interference up there in the sky that's causing these planes to not function properly. Just like the ice shards falling through people's houses. And I don't know about the firmament and stuff. I don't know. I ain't no flat earther and I can't do all that. But I can tell you something ain't right. Now let me ask this. If y'all think that everything that Musk and Doge and everything's doing is lying, is wrong, why just like the processing of federal retirement plans. And I don't know if people understood it because I didn't understand what the news was talking about. I had to go look into it. So it really is a mind shift, and it's like these huge, like metal, all kinds of paperwork on it. Since the inception, pretty much, of our federal government, they've had a team of 700 approximately people that you have to not email, not nothing. Paper, snail mail, turn in paperwork to retire. It's all on paper only in that little mine shaft. It's not a little mine shaft. I shouldn't say that. It's huge. And their ability is a maximum of $10,000 per month to retire. It's not efficient. Can't nobody convince me that there's an efficiency there. It's not efficient whatsoever. Ain't no way, shape, or form you gonna get me to say that that's efficient. But neither side's saying it's not true. They're admitting they've known it was an issue and tried to do something in 2014 and looked into it, and it was just too much, basically. So they've all known it was a problem. Now, in my opinion, I'm going to put this out there. My opinion, USAID and what on paper it's saying the money went for, that ain't what it went for. We got Haiti, we got other countries coming out now and saying, well, your news report said, and guys, I don't have the numbers wrote down, so I'm just plucking a number out of the sky as an example. Haiti was one of the countries. And Ukraine is coming out and saying some stuff too. We've supposedly sent billions, like we sent 1.3 billion, and they got 580,000. Where'd the rest of the money go, Joe? Then you got Joe's campaign advisor coming out and saying this was Obama's third term. That Jill and Hunter was running the country after that letter was submitted. That's why it wasn't on presidential letterhead. That Joe Biden probably doesn't either know or even remember part of his presidency. Well, first of all, I want to say, Twitch, why you didn't come out while he was still up here and could push the button? He could have killed us all. It's that kind of shit that's the problem. Understand that. That's where I'm coming from. We know that's broke. It's got to be fixed. And sometimes, if y'all building a house, don't you got to tear a little bit more down? If you're going to fix your floor in your house, don't you got to go down and fix the foundation first if you want it to be right, instead of just sticking a patch on the shit? Instead of going to Dollar General and buy some sticky back tiles and sticking it over the hole in the floor, don't you got to go down to the bottom and fix it from the bottom up? To piss a lot of people off. You're going to get mad at times. But I want little man to have a better life than I had. And it's not going to happen unless change is effected. That's my opinion. I don't expect anybody else to agree with me. I just want you to understand why so many people are like, hold on, let's wait. Let's wait. Just hold off on judgment for a minute. And all these people up on that hill that we put our money, don't tell me either, because you don't work a job on a regular basis, that you don't pay taxes. I call bullshit. I get a 1099 I got to file. From here and from the store where I was working at and walking back and forth to work. Every time I walk in a store and make a purchase, I pay taxes. There's taxes on the land that we supposedly own. I'm fighting for my inheritance and to not be homeless. But criminals that aren't citizens have a $700 a night motel room. Make it make sense to me, please. And how many other people are in my position right now? There's a lot. There are a lot from the tip of Florida all the way up the East Coast. And I still haven't seen the current administration address that. While you're fixing FEMA, while you're fixing USAID and other CIA slush funds, in my opinion, what are you going to do for the people? We're waiting. We're waiting. Because right now you're fixing it, but you still haven't done anything for us. Scarface, I'm not sure what you said. But I'm also not asking you to be blocked because it's not being flagged as inappropriate. And I just apologize for not being able to read it. I just see sister and a salam. So, and I want people to understand, I don't care. I don't care where you came from. I want you to understand this. When we have congressmen and senators get up and say, yes, these are illegal. Listen to the wording. These are illegal migrants, and they came here illegally, but they're not criminals. Okay, that's an oxymoron. That's shit. Because if you did something illegal, at least if I do something illegal, I'm a freaking criminal. I'm going to criminal court. So if you came here illegally, you committed a crime when you walked through my door. That's like saying, well, yeah, she trespassed and she broke into my house because I wasn't home. She kicked my door in, and she don't live here, and she don't pay bills here, but I know her, so she's not a criminal. And I've talked to people who have been through the process, people that have went through this process to become citizens the proper way. And they're the most advocate of getting illegals out. Believe it or not. They're not riding the fence. My next door neighbor said I didn't get to see my mother or my sister for 26 years. I sacrificed that so I could. Yeah, since the 2020. Amen to that one. I agree with you on that one. I wish we were allowed to take legal action for what I know. I've had heart and respiratory issues since, and it's exacerbated the, and I'm sorry, I'm sniffing, people gonna complain. I'm gonna wipe my nose, but I am gonna do it off camera if that's okay with everybody. Anyway, I don't, knowing what I know about MK Ultra, knowing what I know about other projects that were run by the CIA, and understand rubber stamp by our government. Our government knew what they were doing and let them do it. They didn't stop them. They co-signed it. They gave money for it. They co-signed it. They agreed with it. Period. If you're willing to do that to your citizens, what else would you be willing to do? Would you spray stuff in the sky to see how it affects them? Would you put something in a shot to see who survives and what blood types and everything else are the strongest? because you want stronger slaves. Means fewer to feed. Then to find out, I've been saying, and I know people's been, there's jobs everywhere. We got the lowest unemployment rate ever. Ain't that what I heard on YouTube? Ain't that how many people come after me saying that? Jobs is everywhere. It's easy to get a job. Places is begging for people to work. Really? Not here. I've been saying that, but nobody listened to me. And then guess what? We have the highest unemployment rate since the Great Depression, and they've been lying about it. What else are they lying about? Please don't nobody else go on TV and tell me that myself or anybody else in this country that's buying something, that's working, that's ever bought anything. I don't care if it's just a loaf of bread or a fucking penny item at Dollar General. Don't tell me we don't have a right to know where our money's going. Because I sweated down the crack of my ass to get that money. And I pay through the nose. It averages out to each and every American pays nearly 48% in lifetime earnings to the government in taxes. Ain't that why we left England? Call me crazy. I'm just trying to make it make sense to me. I didn't think that you up nursing for a while. The help wanted signs are on businesses, but they tell you we are. Yes, 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 yes. And now it's even worse that DEI's down. They weren't hiring. They were hiring certain groups to meet DEI thresholds. Period. Don't believe me? Try to go work at Walmart now as opposed to a year ago. It wasn't. And look, the only way you're ever going to be fair and take gender and race out of the equation is not allow it to be on an application or any form, in any way, shape, or form, until after the hiring process is complete. And with a lot of it taking place online now, it's possible. That's the only way. And look, there's some jobs that are better suited for men. Oh my God. Shoot me now. But there are. I'm telling you, if you've ever worked in a chicken poultry processing plant, go on and work in live hang. Go on. You go work in live hang. Tell me you want to do that job. It's a high paying job. But you don't want to work in it. Because the chickens come in on the trucks. If they're deceased, you don't use them. You got to pick through them with your hands. They give you some gloves. Then you got hooks. And they're rotating in the ceiling like this around. And you got to hang that live chicken on them hooks without damaging it. Oh, got you. Girl, cause your accent too thick. I would have laughed at them. They so many call centers you call and you can't understand the people on the other end of the line because they won't. I'm from the South. I'm talking fast right now. We usually talk slow. Slow it down so I can understand you because you just said 9 words in one breath. We don't do that here. We got more time. It takes us longer to get from point A to point B. That's probably why. I mean, if you in New York City, okay, Pepper, I love you, y'all. I'm gonna have to put her in the box for just a little bit because she won't stop biting me right now because she wants my attention and I can't do it. And she hates me talking to other people. Maybe I can get her to lay on my lap. Okay, Pep, be good. No bite, mommy. Okay, you mommy's good, baby. I love you. Okay, sorry. She's my baby. She wants attention. I do think the reason I brought up ICE in the first place wasn't even part of. I just wanted people to be aware. I'm going to post the email, and I think we all need to have a conversation with our children. Prevention. Let's see. old mountain accent versus the other I hear when I get the calls. I take the good old mountain accent any day. I'm with you on that, Bullwinkle. I'm trying to tell you. I can't argue. Also, something. Let me get off the government. I've said my piece there. I'm still out. My verdict's still out. I think. Look, the people that's a protesting and a bitching and all up in arms. When you act like somebody's taking something away from you that you feel is yours and your right and your priority, that's how you're gonna act. And unless they can show me that the people that they were elected to represent is asking them to do that, I think they should kind of sit down and shut up and have a seat and wait. Because I've seen several Democrats that's not involved, and I'm disappointed in Bernie Sanders. See, that just shows me they're owlless Lars, in my opinion. And I'm allowed to have my opinion. It's my First Amendment damn right, whether they want me to have it or not. John Kerry, Hillary Clinton. And why in the hell Chelsea Clinton make $84 million? She's not, it ain't because she won a beauty contest. Oh shit, shut up, Nita, because you're going to piss other people off doing it. Oh well, I piss somebody off for breathing most of the time, so why not? Anyway, let's have a little levity here. Thank you, the truth. I'm a trying, but shit on it. I'm just tired. I'm not gonna be. I can't be somebody I'm not, and I'm not gonna try. And anybody, if you don't like me, then don't fucking watch me. That's that simple. But if you want to make parody videos and talk shit, I've learned some things about YouTube that I didn't know before. Help me out. Go ahead. Go on. Come on, tragedy pimps. Come on, all y'all that came at me before. Come again. Because I got the highest viewership. I got the most YouTube checks that I've ever received with it. So there you go. Better pissed off than pissed off. Amen. If that Bullwinkle, I'm down with that one. I like it. Oh, look, this is another reason. I don't know if y'all can see this, and I got band-aids everywhere else. Miss Pepper claws me. And with the blood thinners, I bleed real easy. And I can't stop it. So, oh, Pep, come on now. Mama got to find another band-aid. And I don't know. Oh, please, Lord, let me have one. And that's, oh, that reminds me. So, if you don't believe in the Lord or whatever, you might want to just close your ears for a minute. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not going to care a lot about offending nobody. I'm bleeding pretty bad right here. Okay, y'all, I'm going to have to, something for a minute. I guess look at the wall. I'm going to lay the phone down. I don't want everybody to see my butt. I ain't got pants on. But, just hold on, because I'll show you. If you can see, hold on. It's kind of bleeding pretty bad where she scratched me. So give me just a moment, and I'll be right back. I'm going to let you look at the ceiling. Oh, no. Gosh, YouTube, you blow. Okay, it'll be all right for a minute. I'll be back. Come on, Pep. Mommy got to find the band. Come on. You got me bleeding pretty roughly right now. I can't do that because I ain't got my medicine. Come on. Come on, baby. Get in here. In the box. Come on. In the box. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, y'all. I'm coming back. I found the Neosporin and a couple Band-Aids. It won't clot normally. Well, or it'll clot too fast if I don't take my medicine and I'm at a chance for a stroke. Welcome to the life of hereditary spiricide whatever ptosis. Okay. I'm back. Pepper's in her little box. I'll pull her out once that I'm able to give her the attention that she deserves and wants. She's used to having mama's full attention, and when she don't, it's a problem. And y'all can see I'm doing my arm. Anyway, I apologize. I try what is. I tell her no. and I take things away from her. She's still a baby. I just don't think she understands. She's trying to paw with me to get me to pet her. And normally it wouldn't do, a normal person, it wouldn't do that. It's, my skin is really thin. But those of you that have ever been on Coumadin know, and I cannot take Cialis or Xarelto, they thin me out too thin. I need it slightly thickened. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. God. Sorry, I'm getting a text. Hold on. Y'all pray for me. I'll see. Okay. I don't know how to block it. But she does need discipline, and if I could afford discipline, I would. Right now, I'm looking at having to give her up, and I just didn't want to get into personal stuff right now. I'm trying to not do that anymore. I'm going to get to see Little Man tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I get my food stamps on the 17th, and it's the last time for a while I'm going to get to keep him. Because where I'm going to have to move to, he won't be able to be there. At least for the first 2 weeks, I know. Anyway, I'm just excited because I'm keeping him Friday night. You know, Valentine's stuff tomorrow. It's the first time I've had him in a month, y'all. I'm excited. That's all we personal stuff I will tell you. I'm very excited. He's excited too. He's got plans. We're going to have a thumb wrestling tournament. And he wants us to bake heart cookies. I'm going to try to get that. Bring him. But anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not crying. We're going on to other stuff. I might cry about this because I might get mad and happy at the same time. And those of you that don't know, Evelyn Boswell's sentencing trial was today. Or, you know, she got found guilty, of course, and she's received the jury's sentence. And they're going to actually have the sentencing hearing, I think is, I don't want to say it wrong. I think it was March 26th or 22nd. I wrote it down. It's a couple months from now. A month from now, at least. Anyway, she got 51 years. She does have a chance of parole, but she'll be like, you know, retirement age, which is more chance than she gave her child. For some reason, the jury felt she deserved a chance of parole. She has a chance at redemption. I don't know the answer. When I look across the country at sentences for similar type crimes, hers is way more appropriate than most. I think the big surprises was the WJHL reporter that got detained, we'll say. I don't know that it was arrest. It'll be up to the judge as to any sanctions or penalties because he showed the jury during the reading of the sentencing and such, and that's a big no-no in any court case. And then Angela Boswell, and I don't want to be remiss. You guys can tell me real quick in the chat, somebody if you know, is she the mother of Evelyn or the grandmother? Because that part always confused me. But Angela Boswell was arrested as soon as she completed her testimony today for charges from November 27, 2024. I don't see the whole thing, but I see her and Susan. True crime. Yeah, bam. Her and Susan Smith. Oh, I'm going to tell y'all about Susan. I got some tea on Susan Smith. You know, I'm nearby her. I'm nearby that heifer. Real close to her. Real close. The mother, thank you. She was arrested. One is like for driving without license, but it's on the same day. And the other was for failing to provide proper aid. Yeah, it was a warrant twister, but when you look into what the charges are, she's charged with it's a driving without proper license and failing to provide need. I can't remember the exact wording, but it's basically saying I don't know if she's got first aid, a CNA, or what type of licensure or what, but it's failing to provide aid to a person in need. So it's like I'm token or I'm gonna be, unalived in some fashion. And you know it, you see it, and you walk on by and turn your head type thing. I don't know how it relates. Um, oh, that's what I was gonna ask. What is? I'm wondering if there was a child unrestrained and they were charging her that way because it's Tennessee law and it's different than North Carolina. Because North Carolina, it would be a CPS thing. But I thought that may account for some of, if anybody saw her testimony, she seemed like she was real nervous and scared. And I think that's why. I think, or part of it. Everybody was, during the testimony, commentary was that she was worried about Megan. I don't think so. Yeah, I got that idea, true crime, from everything I saw on the case. That, her foster mom said she didn't have a great life. And that's fine. And let me say this, and I say this unequivocally and unjudgmentally. There are so many parents out there that are begging for children. They don't care where they come from and they want to give them a good life. There's so many other options out there that are not the end of the road and the end of the world. Don't harm your child that you gave life to. Don't do that. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. I don't know how to. This is a phone that TikTok gave me for free as an upgrade. Once Verizon took over. I'm sorry, y'all. I should have got teared up and started crying because I'm going to be sniffing and people going to come at me for it. Uh, okay, got you. Well, I know she was arrested immediately. She got down off the stand and was clanked. Um, Anybody that was watching the live news feeds, that's not the reason it stopped. It stopped because the WJHL cameraman panned and showed jury members on camera, and they cut the feed immediately. They were really pissed. I'm not crying now. It's a mad cry. Amen, Twister. Amen. We learned, I agree. Twister said he didn't have the best life growing up, but it made him do better. And I think that's the best thing. I'm trying myself, and I'm going to take my own advice here. Turn the pain into something better for somebody else in the future. I gave my kids a better life than I had. I wasn't perfect. I don't think any of us are. The one person that tells you they're perfect's a liar. My opinion. There was something else that I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember. Y'all, I got off track and phone started going off and got distracted, but it was going on in the news. But I do want people is in the comment section and oh wow, really was his says that they gave the cameraman 10 days in jail and then the judge did the same thing and called some of them by name. Oh my Lord. Welcome to the country, y'all. You know, for the country that has a court system that has Lady Justice blinded and scales that are supposed to evenly weigh out, we are the most weighted against those that can't afford a big old lawyer Oh, don't get me going there. Anyway, let's see what's else going on. Oh, the P. Diddy thing. P. Diddy is now suing Lifetime. Wendy Williams has got off the liquor and she's clear headed and ready to come out of the thing. Let's see, and off the rugs allegedly. Um, let's see. I know that's right. Was and a lot of people would gladly take a child. That's my big point. Oh, and let me say, for those that are going to watch this and say that if I don't know where I'm going to go, I should take Pepper to the shelter, that's not possible. For week number 3 in a row, our animal shelter, the ASPCA, funded by our government, they're offering free adoptions and spay and neutering and shots, upgrading everything on the adoptions because they're severely overcrowded because of the two local homes and one out of another county that they had to split between 3 different shelters that they've rated of people. And y'all don't want to know the horrific circumstances because I know I have a friend that works for emergency CPS emergency services on call. Anybody that, oh, I can't talk about it, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me just say this. There's a case that concerns my county and the neighboring county because they move back and forth in between. And for this person to continue procreating, she's an Evelyn Boswell. And it's going to come out. It's not going to be suppressed because of who your mama and daddy and grandparents is, baby. It's coming out. When I can talk about it, oh, I'm going to show pictures and I'm going to tell it all. Do you anybody think an infant under the age of 20 months should be wrapped, swaddled over the age, let me say this, over the age of 17 months, under the age of 20, wrapped and swaddled in a weighted blanket, a 10-pound weighted blanket, in a playpen, in a camper that has like the bed that you can raise up and down, and you put them in the playpen, and you swaddle them in the blanket in that playpen, and then you put the bed down over top of the playpen for God knows how many hours, and then you don't understand why your baby ain't breathing. Bitch, bye. And I said it, and I meant it, and I stand by it. Oh, I know. We're going to end on a happy note because I am going to have to end this. I know what I was going to talk about. Lord Jesus. Foil. Because the baby had passed away. Period. That's the answer, Twister, because that was a lie. He was trying to make the baby pass away. I know who you're talking about, too, and I just don't want to comment on it no more because it pisses me off, and my whole day will be ruined because I walk around here mad. Because I think people that do things to children are the scum of the earth. You are the worst of the worst. You deserve no humanity from any of us. You deserve to get whatever you did to that baby, to that innocent, to that child. The same as with animals. They trust in you. They trust in you. They can't take care of themselves. They trust in you as their guardian, as that person that takes care of them, that they're given to, that they don't choose to be around. They trust in you to do the best that you can for them. If by God you have to not eat for a week to make sure your child eats, that's what a parent does. If it means you don't buy yourself a pair of underwear or a rag of clothes for 10 years and your kids go to school looking great, that's what a parent does. And if you're not willing to do it, then don't spread your legs. Don't take your willy out your pants. Period. Don't like it? I don't care. I don't care anymore. Don't watch me. That's all I know to tell you. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm not going to lie. Because that's the problem. That's the problem with our government. That's the problem with our world. That's the problem here in America. We're too busy worried about how somebody's going to react to what we got to say and what we really feel and what we really think and what's the truth and should be common damn sense. We're too worried about repercussions to tell the truth. And now we are all screwed in the head. That's my opinion. Hard. I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry. Y'all, my phone ain't rung for 2 days and I get on here and it won't stop. And I can't even send the text. I'm sorry. I got to blow my nose. I'm pissed off. Okay, we're gonna end on a funny note. A couple. Oh yeah, two things. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. Y'all, this live is gonna be struck. I can tell you that. I ain't making a penny off of it because it's gonna pick up the ringtones. Dadgummit. Okay. Anyway, well, true crime. I understand. It's nice as a parent and a grandparent when your child has to come and apologize to you. And, my daughter said, Mama, I'm sorry. I didn't understand when we was growing up why you was eating macaroni and cheese or oodles and noodles and me and Bubby had pork chops and greens and a biscuit and stuff. She said, now I do and I'm sorry. And I said, it's okay. You weren't supposed to understand. You weren't supposed to notice. You were supposed to be a child. That was my worry as a parent and as a choice I made. You were just supposed to be a kid. Tell me when to go. Anyway, before my phone explodes and my head does a Beetlejuice moment because it won't stop, let me tell you the fun things. Let's talk about the Super Bowl real quick. Didn't watch the game, didn't care. I'm a Pittsburgh fan. Pittsburgh wasn't playing. I don't give a shit. Hate the Eagles. Sorry they won. Nah, if you like them, too bad, so sad. Hey, it's how I feel. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, and I will say this in defense of both of my children, the one that's deceased and the one that's still here. Neither one of them been in jail. Neither one of them been under arrest. Neither one of them is relying on the government to survive. My son, before he was deceased, spent the last 16 months that he was able helping with the Children's Shriners Hospital as a Shriner. I did my job. They both graduated high school. They both went to college. Whether they completed or not, they were adults. They were over 18 at that time. And my control and my ability to encourage was limited as a parent. That's where it sucks. That's where it sucks. Because I'm telling you, mine's 30-some years old. It never stops. But I love her ace to death. Even though she's the one person that can piss me off and push my buttons. Anyway, though. Back to the Super Bowl. There's a lot of controversy about the halftime show in Kendrick Lamar. You either loved it or you hated it, people saying. Again, Super Bowl performance that had Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and Kendrick Lamar and Mary J. Blige in it. Loved it. Hated Kendrick Lamar's part. Not a big K-Dot fan. Sorry, not sorry. I like Not Like Us. I like Squabble Up. I love Squabble Up. If y'all don't know what Squabble Up is, let me educate you. It's a song. It's basically saying, square up, bruh. Shut your mouth. Lay off me. Leave me alone. Mind your business. Take care of your shit. I'll take care of mine. If you got a problem, we can square up. Put the guns down. Put the fist up. That's the message. A lot of people are missing the message. Kendrick is very cerebral. A lot of hidden Easter eggs. There's a whole bunch going on. Bottom line, I love valuetainment. I got pissed off at what one person said. He's usually the liberal in the case, so that makes sense. But I'm usually the liberal in the situation too. Anyway, right. Me too. Um, that being said, he said, for all the calls for diversity, there wasn't one person with white skin that performed in there. I don't got I don't got no skin in that game, and I don't feel I have the authority or the knowledge to really have an opinion there. I just don't. I don't. Oh, tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. I don't know how to do not disturb on this phone. Sorry. I'll figure it out before I go live. I'm trying to tell you because it's one more app. Oh my gosh. It's got to. Okay. Okay. One more app sends me a stupid text. Anyway. So, I like the halftime show. If you're not into rap, you probably wouldn't have got it. If you're not into hip hop, you probably wouldn't have got it. Just to keep it 100. There's a big beef between Drake and K-Dot. I'm going to just give you a little synopsis. Drake, if you know who Drake is, he's Canadian. He's not American. At the Grammys, Kendrick Lamar won 5 Grammys, unprecedented for any rap song. And it wasn't really a rap song. It was a diss track, which is what I like. I've always liked battle rap and stuff. Think Eminem, 8 Mile, The End, battle rap, rabbit, be rabbit. Okay, anyway. Diss tracks normally don't even get included on albums. They don't get nominated, all that kind of thing. K-Dot's anti-establishment, so he wore a blue jean tux, which is known as a Canadian tuxedo. Drake's Canadian. He accepted the 5 Grammys wearing a Canadian tux and even shouted Drake out at one point. In the background was the major diss track that was game over for Drake. Line A minor. One of my favorite sayings actually comes from one of K-Dot's releases and didn't even know it because I heard it on memes to make it make sense. But Mustard on the beat, ho. Oh my God. Mustard is the DJ. Didn't know that till the Super Bowl thing, and I didn't watch it live. I watched the replay. That being said, love that. Y'all probably gonna hear me say that if you tune in. Mustard on the beat. For some reason, that sticks in your brain. Kind of like, don't worry, be happy. It ain't a great thing. It's just there. That, and then let's go on to something else kind of funny that I want to talk about. The lady in Pakistan, and I'll never say her name right, Oneida or whatever, she's now in Dubai. She didn't come back to the U.S. She in Dubai. She done went to Pakistan, and they might not have gave her a lot of cash. What she thought was like 30,000 was like 300 US dollars. But what's up, Aqua? What's real funny is that they really did technically, from a Pakistani that I've been watching that's commented through TikTok, through YouTube, and some news article research and whatnot, it seems that they probably, with food, clothing, makeup, and other items that she's been given, they gave her well over 100,000 and probably changed some things for some people in Pakistan. Women especially. And now she's in Dubai. Let's pray she don't get arrested. Because, Dubai's a whole different ballgame. You got to be careful. But she seems to be doing okay. They did send her to a mental institution prior. They took her to a, we got Broughton Hospital here, and it's a, woo-woo hospital. They sent her there first, and we're putting her on a plane back to the U.S., and somehow she ended up in Dubai. We don't want her back either, apparently. She gonna come and camp out in your parking lot, and she coming for you. But she gave me my favorite meme/saying for this 2025. It's against my religion to tell you my business. What? Now, this is in the middle of a press conference she called y'all. That shit was hilarious. So, must on the beat, it's against my religion to tell you my business. It's how I'm going to sign off today. I am going to post that email from the schools again because I just think that's important. I think regardless of whether or not you agree or disagree with the current administration is not relevant to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think we all, if we have a student in school, whether it's public or private, because I don't know that private institutions are going to be protected. Right. Yep, that part. That part ain't in her line, ain't in her metabolism. Yep. It's the next meme there. Y'all don't want to get me started. I don't care what y'all say. I got my opinions and I'm going to stick with them. And they're like assholes. We're all entitled to them. People hate me. If you hate me, I'm on your mind. I'm in here. I got what I want. If you're actively talking about me, maybe you secretly love me somewhere. Okay. Anyway, sorry y'all. Can't help it. I think that we in for a ride this year, at the very minimal. And all I can tell y'all is to strap in, stay on, keep tuning in, and I'll keep reporting it. There's some local things that's going to come out in my area that they're trying to suppress. That's probably going to make national news. And it should. All I can say is if you're a parent and you're so willing to sign your child away for a man or whatever, you're a piece of crap. Peace, love, and light. I swear I heard somebody out my driveway. Pray for me tonight. Might be the mailman. Doubtful. Oh, our mailman got reassigned too. Please, don't think that Facebook and other things cannot make a difference. A post in a Let's Talk Burke County forum changed a mail issue that had been ongoing for over 3 years. Peace, love, and light. Pray, and I'll find a way to get some toilet paper tonight. Hey. Okay, y'all. Just joking. Anyway, I'm going to end this by saying I'm done rounding up the news for now. I'm done with the discussion. I'm done with preaching. And my personal business is against my religion to tell y'all my personal business. Peace. Don't forget to put some mustard on the beat, ho. All right. Bye, y'all.